Om Namah Shivaya, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Veronica. I'm a Starseed Earth Angel. I've been tasked with delivering a message from Divine Holy Spirit. What I like to do is I like to read cards and go through the Mayan Oracle of the day. Sometimes I'll read a psalm. I've been doing that for many days in a row, but yesterday I didn't read a psalm because I was a little short on time. I didn't do any research about which one I wanted to pick, and I'm in the same boat today, so it's okay. Keep your prayers going, prayer warriors. All right, so I did pull one card before I started the video, and that is Honshaze Shonen. Honshaze Shonen. And this is a Reiki symbol that's used in distance and time Reiki. So this is a symbol that transcends all of time and space. I'm being told to pull cards before I go through the Mayan Oracle. Asunda. Check this out. I love this card. So doesn't it look like a telephone cord? Like one of those old school telephone cords that used to get all tangled up? But this is a brand new cord. It's not tangled, it's pristine. Bottom card. Coming from the heart. Okay, so this is a direct line from the divine to your heart space. Very interesting. It's like the red ribbon, not the red, the green ribbon of the heart chakra. Of the heart chakra. No. It's too funny. Hi Venus. What's up, babe? With Raku. A lightning bolt. A lightning bolt of love striking your heart. That is amazing. That's amazing. Okay, so Asunda is like a connection. Maybe you're making a new connection that spans all of time and space. Is this a twin flame reading, Spirit? I think it might be. Okay, I'm definitely gonna take this one. Ooh, glory. Hod, one of the spheres on the Tree of Life. Divine glory. Divine splendor. On the split, we have element of spirit and Gemini. Interesting. Element of spirit and Gemini. Element of spirit I usually associate with Malkuth. So it's very earthly, It is of spirit, but whenever you are one of the earth and you're experiencing spirit in the flesh, it's a very divine connection. And Gemini is your your close community, your place of work, and like siblings and close friends like that. So this is a connection that is a past life connection for sure. And you're coming into contact with this person. It's going to be like a lightning bolt striking the top of your head. Okay, ooh, we have Mercury and Jivura. Mercury, the messenger god. Maybe you have some synastry in your chart, like with Mercury or Venus with this person. That would be like trine, sextile, or conjunction. Even sometimes oppositions I find to be a little bit fun. Squares are fun too, not gonna lie. It's nice to have a little push-pull, isn't it? And then we have Jivura, which is strength. I also associate with necessary destruction. So that's like being strong. This connection is so strong that it burns away everything that doesn't belong to you, and you have great communication about it too. So it's like you guys are able to communicate with each other to the point where you understand that it is the correct connection for you. You know what I mean? And there's Gemini again. So this person, you might meet them like it's short distance travel too. So maybe you'll meet them like on a little work trip, or maybe maybe you've known them for a really long time and they've been a part of your community, but you have been just kind of like missing them a little bit somehow. Or you're friends with somebody in their family member. Like you're friends with one of their family members, right? Interesting. And root chakra. It's really safe, you know? You could build a foundation with this person. Oh, this is really cool. I'm going to get a Moonology card out. This is really cool. This one feels right. What do you need to release? You know, I think that's what Javoda is asking here. What do you need to release? That's a waning moon. We're entering this phase where we're heading towards a new moon after this full moon in Capricorn. And on the bottom, don't let pride get in your way. That's full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. What do you need to release to make this work for you? Get some Tarot, Marielle Tarot. And then after this, I'm being told to get into the mind glyph of the day, which is the red Solar Skywalker. This one, 8 of discs. Check it out. These fierce energies of the lion clashing all around this peaceful, white, pure lamb. It's maintaining that center pillar of peace throughout all of the chaos that's going around, like happening around you. Coming out on top of Hon Shaze Shonen, time and distance, spanning all of space and time. Doesn't matter how near or how far you are. Whenever this person is in your life and in your heart, you know, when you're able to exchange this type of love frequency and free communication with one another, it doesn't matter what's going on around you guys. The Emperor. Wow. Okay. The Emperor on top of a Sunda. So you're connected to this Emperor energy. And that's very royal. It's very divine. It's led by the God Most High. It's the connection that you have been holding out for. It's the one that you've been waiting for. And the 7 of discs. Okay. The Chariot itself being drawn by the arc of the planetary spheres into this eclipsed sun, into this portal that is your heart, you know. Check it out. Okay, I just had this thought that I had yesterday while I was doing the reading, but I really didn't have enough time during the reading yesterday because of all of the things that was happening around me. But I still had to take that time to step out of it and come and deliver that short message from Spirit. But the thing about your heart is that it is a portal. It is a vortex. It is this organ where if you unfold it, it's creating this like spiralized shape with the muscle flesh. And that's almost like having a black hole within you, because it takes the blood and pushes it from one sphincter to the next, you know, from one valve into the next space. So, yeah. The Hierophant. The Hierophant on Venus. The key of heaven. The key to the kingdom of heaven found within this love. Wow. Raku and the Tower. Yeah. Well, You know, the Tower is not a bad card. Seriously. Like, this lightning bolt striking the Tower, this lightning bolt that happens after you have this collision with your love, with your twin flame. Yeah, it's gonna set some shit on fire, but that's the whole point. Like, you're not supposed to stay stagnant and stuck in the energies of the past. You're not supposed to let the past continue, because you're ready to move forward in your life. That's a good thing. The Nine of Cups, Thoth, non-duality, and here we have the key again, the Ankh. On top of Hod, divine glory. Wow, this is huge energy. Huge energy. Holy smokerinos. Let me take a swig. Holy cannolis, man. What do you need to release? You need to release energy of the past, because like if you are on this chariot that's being drawn ahead, you just really need to let go. Release it was your pride at the bottom of the Moonology deck. With that, don't let pride get in your way. Release your pride. Release your ego on how you think that your life is supposed to be, how you think your life is supposed to go, because you've lived long enough to understand that life will change like this, and you can't prepare for it. So whenever you come into contact with this person, with your person, hold on to your butt, because it's gonna be like getting sucked in through a black hole, but in the best way. I don't know how else to explain that. Yeah. And Nine of Cups, it's so divinely led and divinely like protected, ordained, like with the Hierophant and the Emperor. It's Ace of Discs. I have to cover up most of it. I'm gonna have to lay it face down because YouTube doesn't like nudity. But this is the Minotaur entering the labyrinth in the Ace of Discs. It's starting a new journey. So that's coming out on top of Mercury. So you guys are going to be talking a lot about starting new business ventures. You know, Mercury rules the sign of Gemini. So you guys are going to be traveling together, short distance travel, I should specifically say. And you guys are going to have great communication. I'm being told that you guys are funny. Like, you are effing hilarious together. And that's another sign that you'll know that this is like your person, is that you can just like joke around together and it's not tense or anything like that. We have the Knight of Swords. Okay, look, it's this knight riding upon an owl, which represents wisdom and seeing. So you'll have a bird's eye view over a lot of things that you are gonna want to go for, that you are gonna want to like fly towards together. And he's wearing a lion's mask, so maybe this is like Leo energy coming in with lions. And we also have 2 other lions out on the table, so that's 3 lions. Yeah, that could be significant. In the center is the glyph of the sun. So we're talking about, I believe in the book this is called the Son of the Sun. So this is a very bright individual that's, you know, that's riding towards you with strength, strong in themselves and ready to take it on with you, you know. And then the Queen of Cups, you know, very nurturing, very loving, gentle. What's the word that's coming to mind? It's like there's a word trying to form. On Gemini. And then on the bottom, we do have the sun. Pretty significant. You know, this is a real divine union. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow. I'm being told to get one more numerology. Because I only have 2, but I like to do things in sets of 3s nowadays. I used to do things in sets of 2, but I like the 3, 6, 9 thing we have going on. Okay, that one. A time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. A time to give rather than take. Step out of your comfort zone. North node. Yeah, so this is something that you are definitely moving towards your life purpose in when it comes to being in a partnership. And a time to give rather than take. I mean, figure out what they like and then do it. Let's talk about the mind glyph. Today is kin number 113. It is the red solar skywalker. So here we have more solar sun energy. El Sol. And Skywalker is all about space. The final frontier. Psych! Final frontier is actually like in that black hole inside your heart. Not a bad thing. It just is a thing, you know? It's just a thing. It's exploring your wakeful state, which is the Skywalker. It's being completely aware of how you represent yourself while you're awake, because you understand that that energy transfers itself into the realms of the above and the realms of the below. And we're being assisted with the White World Bridger, which is all about death, endings, new beginnings, and, you know, those types of transitions. It can be literal, but it's also very metaphorical. You know, we die 1,000 times every day in subtle ways. It's just, are you paying attention, and are you paying attention to the signs and what they mean? Our guide glyph is the red moon, which is about being in flow, and it's universal water. So it's the one body of water that we all are a part of. It's very emotional, you know, so we're exploring our emotions here and figuring out what we need to let go of. But it might be a challenge when it comes to the blue night. And the blue night is about the sleeping time, the dream state, and like so this is about what we're daydreaming about. And you might have hang-ups with what your dreams used to be, like where you saw your life going in the past. And that's a lot of what this is saying too, is like, in order for you to overcome the challenge of letting go of what you thought you wanted for your life, or what direction you thought you were going to be moving in, it's okay to sit back and take some time to put together for yourself, like, okay, I'm gonna be having to pivot. Once you realize that, you can access the occult glyph, the unforeseen realms, the help from spirit, which is the yellow star, and that's about your personal radiance and shining that out into the world, putting your own personal spin, your art, your beauty, your elegance out there into whatever it is that you decide to do. It's like committing, I heard commit to the bit. It's committing yourself fully in the only way that you can do it. It's finessing it. It's putting your own spin on it and doing it right. Doing it right, but you're doing it right because you're doing it for you. You're doing it because you feel good doing it. And that's when you know it will be for you, is that when you're doing it, you'll just want to continue on that path. So jot that one down. But the chakra that we're working with today is the throat chakra. Here is the radial plasma of the day. It's called Alpha. And the keywords for that are release. It's the double extended electron that you want to release at the South Pole. So when you're working with these radial plasmas, you focus on this glyph. You intuit the energy of the day, which is, the red solar skywalker, and that's really dealing with the quantum entanglement and how what you do throughout the day affects things that you have no idea about. If you did, I feel like the black hole in your heart would rip open the space-time continuum, but that's just a guess. Because I don't know, I don't actually know shit. At the end of it all, the point is not to know, the point is to feel what's right. Yep. Let's get some of these bad boys out here. Nature Nurture Oracle. I like this deck a lot. It has a bunch of different animal symbolism in it. And the first is the Shapeshifter, the fox. On Honshaze Shonen, and the 8 of Discs. 8 of Discs, Shapeshifting, Honshaze Shonen. The energy that I'm getting from that is like you are shapeshifting into the form that you were supposed to be taking. Like maybe in the past, you had to change yourself to fit into a situation, the hungry ghost, and to fit yourself into whatever relationships that you were in the past, just to try and fit in, just to be accepted by this person in the past. Maybe you're having some fears that that's going to happen again. The frog is here, and it says, get rid of those feelings, get rid of those fears. You're older, you're wiser, you've learned the lessons, you understand the red flags, and you understand how to show up differently in these relationships too. Okay? Home with the Hierophant and Venus. Also, Detox came out on top of the 7 of Discs and the heart chakra. So, detoxing the heart chakra and the 7 of Discs, which is the Chariot itself. It's the wolves that drive the chariot into the great wild unknown. And you have to let go of fear from, the emperor. That's somebody who's in charge, right? And a sunda, a direct line to somebody who's in charge, to the God Most High. You're afraid of, perhaps you were afraid of achieving your greatest potential? Is that what I'm hearing? You were afraid of accessing the realms of higher wisdom and knowledge? Why? Is it because you are getting out of your comfort zone then? Venus, the Hierophant, and home. The key to your home. Wow. Wow. Maybe this is you guys like taking that next step and finding a home within your love. Maybe you're in between homes. Maybe you're going to be moving in together, This one. Gratitude. grateful for the tower, grateful for the lightning that strikes the tower. Snipes. Cat fight. It's ridiculous. I swear. Okay. Grateful for grateful for those little shakeups. Grateful for the things that show you what's right for you, right? Because it's like by process of elimination. You get to weed out the things that don't fit anymore. They should be super obvious. They might even be in your current home, you know, like your very close vicinity. That you're like, this is not gonna work for me long term, and I need to figure out how to get myself like, because I'm moving on with life, and you know, you have this partner coming in, they're already in your awareness. This one, evolve, yeah, with the Nine of Cups, which is fulfillment of the heart, you know, achieving this non-duality type of state where you're sitting in between both the light and the dark, you know, on this chessboard. You understand the moves that you need to make. You just get it. You've evolved. Well done. And you've done it because you've just been so grateful for life. Yep, union. Mercury, Ace of Discs, which is like physical things. It's a physical union. Death on Javora, which I have been saying is necessary destruction. And Knight of Swords. Yeah. This person is willing to allow things in their life to end. That's a really good sign. It's a really good sign. And Gemini, Queen of Cups, and Harvest. Yeah, this is going to be such a fruitful relationship, you guys. What happens when the harvest happens? That's usually in the fall, right? We have late summer harvest, we have fall harvest. And on the bottom, free. That's beautiful. Yeah, it's a love that sets you free. I just have to say one thing about this free card at the bottom, about how, you know, love shouldn't be restrictive. That doesn't mean that you don't have boundaries and that you aren't like exclusive or anything. It just means that you don't feel like you have to stuff yourself inside of a little box to be accepted or seen. You feel free around this person. You feel like you can fly. You feel like you could float like a butterfly, or, you know, they just feel like home to you, and you're super grateful about that connection. Maybe it's the thing that you've really just been waiting for, and you're happy to detox away from this fear and this shape-shifting energy. Yeah, so this is beautiful. This is a beautiful reading. I'm really happy for whoever this is for. Well, I'm sending a lot of my love out there for you guys. I'm going to end the reading here. I'm liking the shorter formed readings. If you liked this, press the like button, subscribe to my channel, And go to my Buy Me a Coffee link if you'd like to connect more and maybe get a private reading. Maybe subscribe to one of my tiered services where you could get private consultations depending on your tier level. And with that, I hope that you have a lovely rest of your Tuesday whenever you're watching this. Yeah. Namah Shivaya. Bye bye.